My name is Leia, and I'm a terrible cleaner. There is no perfection, only beautiful versions of brokenness. Shannon L. Alder. (2018) I juggled my role as a mother and a cleaner while prospecting potential Amway clients, collaborated with Priscilla on wellness presentations, and I dedicated weekends to filming Tai Chi videos with Danny. Life was a constant hustle, and I was ready to take on as many projects as necessary to move forward. During a busy weekend cleaning shift, I was upset by a client's complaints about my cleaning, and I was on the brink of a meltdown. I protested to my boss, insisting it wasn't me. With a mocking grin, he retorted, "You're a terrible cleaner, Loopy." During the week, my boss had been relentless in making fun of me. Initially, it was just the nickname Loopy during our conversations, but now he openly used it with other employees, and my patience with the company was wearing thin. Clutching my cleaning bucket, I stormed off to prepare 2 rooms for check-in and inadvertently bumped into Sally, one of my neighbors. In her 60s, Sally worked as a mailwoman. Our interactions were always friendly, and we often engaged in conversations for hours whenever our paths crossed in the hall. "What happened, Leia?" she asked me. "The tenants have complained about my work, and my reputation is at stake, Sally," I responded. "Oh no, you seem very stressed. Have you eaten today?" she asked. "I don't have time to eat, Sally. The new tenants will be arriving soon," I answered her, becoming more distraught. "It's okay," she said softly, in an attempt to calm me down. "Why don't you come to my kitchen and have a quick bite to eat to settle your nerves?" Hunger was the last thing on my mind. My body was in full fight mode, leaving no room for digestion. Almost hysterically, I explained to Sally, "I just don't have time to eat right now." In a fit of rage, I stormed into the building with Sally behind me, only to collide with a very tall man. Looking up at him, I huffed, "Hi, I'm Leia, and I'm a terrible cleaner." It was an admission of truth, albeit a ludicrous thing to confess to a perfect stranger. "Hi, I'm Jim. Nice to meet you," he responded in a friendly tone, and proceeded up the stairs. Sally finally convinced me to join her for a bowl of rice with avocado in the kitchen on her floor. Jim came in while we were there and generously offered us a bowl of cherries he had pitted. Jim lived on the same floor as Sally, just above my room. I had seen him before while sweeping the driveway, but we had never exchanged words. Jim struck me as shy, perhaps due to his height. Although blurting out something random to him that day felt silly, it sparked a conversation. As we talked, I began to feel calmer. We finished the entire bowl of cherries while chatting about life, kids, the cost of cherries, and toilets. Jim worked as a consultant for a national mobile company, shuttling between Auckland and Wellington. He chose these modest accommodations to balance living in 2 places and owning 2 Mercedes cars. Interestingly, he had 2 kids approximately the same age as mine, and readily offered parental support whenever I needed it. And with Olivier, that was pretty much all the time. Jim quickly became one of my closest friends in New Zealand, readily understanding my need to seize life's opportunities. We often ventured out together, exploring the thriving scene downtown, which was easily accessible from where we lived. We attended French movie screenings at the iconic Embassy Theatre, a historical gem known for its cultural significance. In addition to film festivals, we were drawn to the vibrant energy of local events, with Cuba Dupa topping our list of favorites. Wellington's famous 2-day street festival, held every March, transformed Cuba Street, the city's main downtown strip, into a lively celebration with 3 music stages featuring diverse genres. The streets were lined with restaurants and mobile food vendors, adding to the festive atmosphere. Jim, his camera always with him, captured the essence of the events, while I danced among the colorful crowd, surrounded by people in theatrical attire parading down the streets. The shared joy of these experiences deepened our friendship, turning our casual jaunts into wonderful memories. These outings not only strengthened our friendship, but also became opportunities for Jim to offer guidance on building my business. He coached me on how to expand my reach and provided invaluable advice. Initially, I resisted the idea of making social media posts. I didn't like the idea of pretending to be knowledgeable about Taoism and Tai Chi. In China, they don't teach us Tai Chi philosophy, Jim, I told him. They only teach us the movements to the forms. Isn't it enough that I created a free online course? It seems to be really popular, I concluded. I wanted to believe that the course I created with Danny would be sufficient for establishing a social media presence. This attitude didn't sit well with Jim. He recognized that stepping out of my comfort zone was crucial to the advancement of my business. In the personal development space, they say fake it until you make it, he remarked as we strolled down Cuba Street. You are an online content producer now. Your job is to create content in every possible way and share it on social media. The free course is a good start, but you have to do more. I crossed my arms in defiance and looked across the street at some bohemian-looking people gathering in front of the record store. I'd never been in there, but Priscilla had told me the op shop next door had some good deals on clothes. Op shop is the Kiwi name for secondhand clothing store. She found quirky pieces to wear for her high school sweethearts. Jim followed my glance. He was irritated that I was close to the idea, and he made an insulting remark to make his point. So I guess you won't be making money anytime soon, he ribbed at me. I scoffed at his comments as I watched the goth people join the group. Adorned in black and donning dramatic dark makeup, they congregated on the street outside the store. I wasn't close to the concept. I just needed some extra time to adapt to the idea of sharing on social media in other ways than just uploading Tai Chi videos for people to follow. In addition to his business advice, Jim's support extended into the technical aspects of my work. I discovered that he possessed extensive knowledge about cameras and the video editing software I used, seamlessly picking up where Danny had left off. Often, I would carry my computer to Jim's room on the third floor, where he guided me in cutting out mistakes and toning down distracting noises. However, Jim's room, like many others, lacked a designated socializing area and had limited seating options. In contrast, Emily and I had made a point of keeping the center of our room open, creating a welcoming space with little benches I collected during my cleaning adventures. One day, as we worked, I found myself feeling uncomfortable sitting on Jim's bed. The situation felt too intimate for a casual work session, and I recalled a lesson from my personal development course, where the coach emphasized the importance of creating a safe space for expressing our feelings. After hesitating for a few minutes, I finally spoke up. I want to create a safe space so I can tell you something. He gave me an ironic grin. Oh, really? What's that? I stumbled a bit trying to find the right words. It's a space where we can share anything without judgment or weird feelings, just being honest and open. Jim looked at me with a curious expression. Okay, so what do you want to say? Summoning my courage, I said, I just want us to be friends, okay? He chuckled. Yeah, I figured. You're still hung up on your ex. It's pretty obvious. I blinked, taken aback. Oh, I didn't realize that was so clear. Though I didn't feel like I was still hung up on Pierre, I knew I was searching for the ideal man who mirrored the young version of him, a standard that few men could meet. I chose not to explain this to Jim, knowing he might not believe me anyway. All right, can we close the safe space now, he teased. Yeah, sure, I replied with a shrug. Let me show you where I got stuck editing. I adjusted the pillows, got on the bed, and opened my computer. Come on, show me. I'm sure it will be easy to fix, he said. Jim's guidance went beyond mere technical support. It was instrumental in elevating the quality of my online content. He taught me editing tips and tricks that enhanced my videos and online presence. His contributions not only improved my skills, but also boosted my confidence in presenting my work to a wider audience.